Welcome back, AP Gov students. Today is chapter 12 of Keeping the Republic, titled Political Parties. If you don't have Keeping the Republic, it's fine because the content is still going to be the same. I'm going to be going over all the key terms and notes for this chapter to help me get a 5, so I encourage you to take notes along as well. Partisanship, conflict between parties. This is one of the main things that plagues government effectiveness and also the cohesiveness of society. So within specifically the houses of Congress, but also just altogether just in the political sphere as a whole, partisanship, the difference between Democrats and Republicans, really holds back the effectiveness of government and how much stuff can actually get done because of the constant fighting. And also, I think the underrated thing is not really partisanship, but the infighting within the parties is also really important. I think that's at a heightened point right now too. Party and government, people from a political party holding public office. These people emerge as the most popular people from a given party and are in charge of actually getting the party agenda implemented. So the people from each party that win their elections, they become the party members in government, and they have a heightened responsibility now to push their party's agenda. Party base, staunch supporters. These people are relied upon as being consistent supporters and possible donors to the party. The party base plays a large role in primaries when people have to actually choose their candidate. The candidates running in the party primaries want to appeal to the base to get their support, and then they can worry about crossing the aisle later once they win the primary. Party platforms, the positions that the party takes on various issues. Members of the political party are expected to fall in line with the platform, and members in government try to push the agenda. Before an election cycle, political parties will put out their party agenda, and it just defines what the issues for the party are, the top issues, and what their views on each one of the issues. Party activists, members who do the most for their party. These people are often the most extreme members and tend to not accurately reflect the attitudes of most of the party. These are the ones doing on-the-ground work for the party, the ones out at marches, the ones doing rallies. This is one of the reasons why the media likes to capitalize on opposing party rallies, is because you'll often find the craziest supporters at the rallies and at the marches to interview and get sound bites and things like that. Party machines, systems in place that influence voters at smaller levels. There is structured on-the-ground work at the local level done by parties to influence voters. These are the people who are active in the community, pushing their party onto people, not like in a malicious way, but just in a way to get people involved with the party and get people involved in politics. Party primaries, elections within primaries to decide candidates. These elections give party members influence over who from the party will run for office. This is a big thing with obviously just the presidential elections. Party members want to select their best candidate to run on the national stage in order to give themselves the best chance to win. Critical elections, elections that start new party eras. These elections signal the shift of populations from one party to another, or even the creation of new dominant parties. Certain elections that are supposed to be critical or not are often contested. The ones that are a lot older become the more obvious critical elections. There are some debate now whether the 2016 election was critical, the 2020 election, the upcoming 2024 election, will it be the critical election or not? It's hard to say, but these elections become landmarks in American history. I think critical elections are a big thing, like APUSH, recognizing where certain eras start with certain presidencies. Electioneering, recruiting candidates and nominating them for election, is a long process that rigorously analyzes potential candidates in order for parties to be confident that they have the best chance to win. Parties want to select the best candidates because they want to have the best chance to win elections. There's actually an interesting thing with the Republican Party. The reason why they have lost so many primaries recently when a lot of the polls were showing that they were going to win is because they hadn't been doing the best electioneering. They were picking bad candidates to run, and that's why they were losing elections that everyone thought they would win. Closed primaries, primaries open to just party members. These primaries get results for who people in the party want, but do not get potential valuable information from independents. So the closed primaries are pretty good in targeting what the base of the party wants, who their candidate should be, but it doesn't really get the best information for who would be the best candidate on the national stage because you don't get the independents or cross-party people from voting. Open primaries, primaries open to anyone. They gather information from potential independent or cross-party voters, but can possibly be sabotaged from people who ultimately not vote for the candidate. This is a big problem in the recent primaries. There are many things about how Democratic voters were going into the primaries and voting for Nikki Haley, kind of inflating her numbers. I don't really think there's too much merit in that, but it is a thing that can happen. Nominating convention, where delegates pick the party candidate. This is often a big unifying event for a party where the leading candidate and platform is set in motion. So you have the Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention, and delegates will vote based on the primary results who the candidate will be. These are pretty much always made into just big political spectacles for the party. They'll have speeches and famous people who support the party to give speeches and rallies and things like that. Soft money, funds from donors and contributors. This money can be used in almost any way the party sees fit. However, government regulations play a role. So the money can't be used for everything or just can't come from anywhere, but there is a problem with soft money that it's not regulated enough. Party discipline, remaining loyal to one's party. Historically, and especially now, American politics has lacked discipline. A lot of party members will go rogue. That was one of the problems with Trump in the 2016 election, is that he wasn't a traditional Republican, and he kind of differentiated from a lot of the other Republican candidates and the Republican platform. The Trump reign has always been kind of the thing where the Republican Party doesn't really have a platform, it's just the Trump platform. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next chapter, and goodbye. Yo, if you're super cool and awesome, you should follow my Twitter or X if you're that kind of person. It's at Clark4724. I post a lot of random stuff on there, but I also post channel updates and when my next videos are coming out. So if you're gonna keep watching my channel, then I recommend you follow, and thanks.